Hey everyone, and happy Friday. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about in the weather department today. I mean, it's windy. You stepped outside, you could already feel it. Well, some chilly temperatures are on the way starting early tomorrow morning, but really we're looking ahead to the start of next week. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about the temperature trend for afternoon highs. If you remember yesterday, we had spring-like temperatures with highs in the 70s. Today, we're in the 50s due to a front that moved through. You probably saw some wet windshields as you were driving to work this morning as that moved through likely before anybody was heading out to work. Temperatures pretty much going to rebound as we head into your Saturday, but starting Sunday and through the middle of next week is when those temperatures are really going to start to plummet. I mean, we're going to be seeing that Arctic air really start to move in by Sunday night. But let's talk about what happens before that, because everybody's looking ahead to next week, but we do want to let you know that we actually could be seeing lows in the 30s as we head throughout this weekend. So tomorrow as well as on Sunday, but obviously the coldest temperatures that we have felt not only so far this season, but really within the last about 13 months with that Arctic air that's going to be ushering in from the north and making its way all the way to us here in Texas. So the cold and windy weather really is going to arrive for your MLK Day. We know that there's parades that are going to be happening. A lot of folks out and about. You need to be keeping a close eye out on those temperatures, but also the wind gusts, parades, potentially having balloons that definitely not going to be easy to keep down. And cold rain is going to be possible as we're actually monitoring another front moving through. So we're talking about sleet, potential for ice pellets, maybe even flurries possible. That's likely going to be staying up to our north. So if you have any family or friends in Dallas, something they really need to be keeping a close eye out for. And then very cold nights ahead, mainly Tuesday into Wednesday. As for us right here in Houston, likely going to be waking up to temperatures in the 20s. So let's talk about where this cold air is coming from. Well, Canada. And right now we're seeing temps there anywhere from 35 to 47 degrees below zero. Oh yeah, you can see these dark shaded areas in purple. That's going to be that Arctic blast that eventually is going to be shifting south. Now you can see temps are already pretty chilly and below freezing, not quite at zero yet in Fargo, but the further west you go, we're looking at Rapid City, South Dakota, and Billings, Montana. They are anywhere from 2 to about 16 degrees below zero. So we're already talking about that Arctic air that's starting to inch closer and closer to us here in Texas. Now you're going to be seeing that purple color that I mentioned start to ooze down into portions of Kansas City and even into Oklahoma City by Sunday afternoon. So through the weekend, we're looking at temperatures in the single digits. Now, I think a lot of folks are saying Sunday, wait, that's football. Yes, the playoffs are happening, and we know that the Dolphins are taking on the Chiefs in Kansas City. So wind chill is going to be well below zero. So something to keep an eye out for as you're watching the game. Know that it's going to be very, very cold. Then you can see coming into Monday morning, we're in the single digits in Oklahoma City, in the 20s in Dallas, but you can see the temps are still in the 30s and 40s for us here in Houston, even into San Antonio. But come Monday afternoon, we're not going to be seeing temperatures breaking out of the 30s. And then Tuesday morning is when we're likely going to be waking up to the 20s and then seeing that as we head into your Wednesday morning as well. So all that Arctic air is making its way across the entire state. It is going to be very cold for several mornings, but I want to let you know any chance for that precipitation would likely be Monday when that front moves through. So here we go. Sunday morning, we're going to get a little bit closer into Houston so you can know what you're waking up to. Some 20s up in Huntsville, 30s and 40s. Then we head throughout your Sunday night and into Monday morning. And again, 30s and 40s out there. It does look like the coldest temperatures are going to be moving in late Monday. You can see some 20s and 30s through Houston, but really Tuesday morning, 26 degrees in Cleveland, 27 in the Woodlands, 24 in Katy, and then below freezing, that's in League City, even Galveston along our coastal zones. It's all that northerly air that's just ushering in those chilly temps. And I did mention, again, Wednesday going to be waking up to the 20s as well, at least with our latest forecast modeling. They've actually backed off on those temperatures Monday morning just a bit. but still know we're likely going to be at or just below freezing during those times. Now you're probably wondering, well, if temps are below freezing and we're seeing rain, well, what does that mean for precipitation? Want to let you know a lot of the wintry mix staying off to our north. Houston right down here, and you can see that pink color being the potential for sleet, even some ice pellets. It's as this front moves through that we're going to be seeing that rain, but then those chilly temps moving in by Monday afternoon is when it does bring up the potential for maybe a snow flurry or two. But like I mentioned, the colder temperatures are likely going to be staying to our north. So a lot of things have to go right in the atmosphere, but we do want to let you know that there is a chance for that wintry mix. But let's talk about wake up temperatures over the next few days. I mean, our average is well above what we're going to be seeing for the next week. So by the time Friday night rolls around, waking up Saturday, I mentioned near freezing. Then we're rebounding just a bit as we head into your Sunday, Monday mornings, but into the middle of next week. I mean, we're looking at 25 and 23 degrees. Boy, you're definitely going to be able to feel it as you are heading out the door each and every morning. So it's important to make sure that you're staying updated with the latest. I mean, we get model runs out every single day and several times a day so that we can give you the latest updates on what the models are hinting at temperature wise and if we could be seeing any of that wintry precipitation. Now, as we head throughout the next several days, I mean, we're looking 6 to 10 days out. Next Thursday into the following Monday, the 22nd, we're still seeing that bitter cold air, but it's starting to shift east. So again, through the Midwest, but now moving into portions of Tennessee, even northern Georgia there. And so that's eventually going to shift off closer to the east, but still our temps looking longer term are going to be staying pretty cold. We could be even seeing another round of the 30s as we head into next weekend. But again, that's still a few days out. And we are, yes, windy today, but that's a good time to get outside and get your preparations done. We want to make sure that you are going to be dressing for the weather. Make sure that you have your hats on, gloves, and limit your time outside. We know that pets are going to be something that we're concerned about. Well, my dog needs to go outside and go to the bathroom. Well, make sure it's just for a short amount of time. They do their business, get back inside in the warmth. And this is the time to make sure that you're covering up your pipes, you're draining those sprinklers, and covering up your plants, or if you can, bring them inside. But how can you get all of this info? We have the prep tips. I went out and talked to a plumber yesterday on how you can prep your house. Well, by downloading the Fox Local app. So it's a smart TV app. So you go to the App Store in your television, you download Fox Local. It is free, no subscription needed. You can watch the newscast, but also we're going to be doing live team coverage after the news ends, starting early next week. So you want more. It's 10 o'clock and you're like, I know you guys end the actual news on TV. Just hop over to Fox Local and we're going to be doing some in-depth stories and looks at each and every neighborhood so folks know exactly what to expect as you're waking up and heading out the door. I do just want to give you a quick look at current weather. It is windy out there. Winds out of the northwest at 23 miles per hour. Yes, wind advisory in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And we could be seeing those gusts up to 30 plus miles per hour. Now, the good news is all that rain has cleared out, so it's going to still be pretty cold. I mentioned waking up to the 30s tomorrow morning, but all in all, a really pleasant Saturday ahead. And Saturday means the Texans are playing. I was just out at NRG Stadium this morning getting all the gear. You got to be ready for the big game. Good news is it's actually going to be pretty comfortable out there. Temperatures in the 60s for folks that are outside tailgating. It's not going to be as windy as what we are seeing today. And the sun will be shining bright, no rain in the forecast, and hopefully by 7 o'clock that we all go home as winners. Looking forward to that. But here's another overview of the next several days. Obviously chilly and frigid as we head into early next week, but MLK Day on Monday is when that front does move through, and then on the back end, wake up temperatures back to the 20s. So make sure that everybody is staying safe, make sure that you're prepared, and always remember that you can trust and depend on us here at Fox 26. We're going to bring you the latest updates on air as well as online. Have a great rest of your day and happy Friday.